All right. What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Subscribe or die trying. If you look at the thumbnail and you don't know what that is, that's Zuko from the Avatar. Avatar, the Last Airbender, the first one, right? Zuko was a kid who was conflicted. You know, half of his family was good and half of his family wasn't so good. So his journey was he was doing half good things and half bad things. And I was thinking about that today where, you know, sometimes the biggest enemy you got is in the mirror, you know. And I was watching, what was I watching? Roast. They had a bunch of roast videos on YouTube or whatever. And the comedians were just going in on each other. It was some great stuff though. But one of the comedians told a young lady, you know, I can't say half of the devilish shit that you say to yourself in the mirror at Equinox. Equinox is a gym in L.A. And she was like, yeah, that's true. And, you know, people talk about, you know, speaking things into existence and all of that stuff. But you don't talk about the battle within about sometimes you can speak yourself into mediocrity, because if you're speaking, if you believe in yourself and believe that you can be great, then you turn right around and you equally believe you're not anything. You know what I'm saying? So now you're fighting with your own self with some type of survivor's remorse or whatever. So now you keep vacillating from greatness to the gutter. So then you stuck right in the middle. And this is the thing about, like, Zuko, at some point he had to pick a side. You know, am I going to be this guy? I'm going to be this guy. And when you're fighting yourself, it's a difficult battle, because as you're fighting yourself, you're interacting with the world. So you might be interacting when you're winning that battle, and you might be interacting when you're losing that battle. And it doesn't matter if you win or lose in the end, you know, you never get a second chance to make a first impression, right? So that's part of the fighting, you know. And sometimes people do things that are just, you know, how can I say this? Confusing. You know, because you're fighting a battle, you're doing confusing things, and those things might cause other problems with other people. Like, case in point, you might be in a position in life where you're fighting, you're looking for the offense in something, because you're fighting an inner demon. And the thing about that is, you're fighting it, but you don't have enough courage to actually fight yourself, so you project to fight other people. Or, you know, you sabotage yourself, and then but you also try to sabotage other people around you, because, you know, if you don't want to be great or better, you don't want other people around you who are on a path to be better also. So now you gotta constantly put obstacles in other people's way, which could cause a big rift. Which, you know, in a sense of using the character I'm talking about, Zuko, his uncle Iroh was kind of like the guiding light, and was very patient with him through the whole process, to the point where he picked a side. And then if you notice, if you ever watched the series, when Zuko actually picked a true direction and he knew it was a decision that he could stick with and live with, Iroh started to move on and do his own thing. So, which is interesting about this this conflict, right? Where most people don't have a person to guide them, and some people get addicted to a person being patient and guiding them along the way. Because some people get stagnated because instead of fighting, finishing that fight with themselves, they'll rather just procrastinate it and let the person guide them. Do this for me, do that for me, do this for me, do that for me. Oh, I made this mistake. So now, you're prolonging the situation, and now you're treating yourself like, how can I say this? Like the United States and Afghanistan. You've been there 20 years. Now you're ready to cut and run, and now people are questioning, like, why are you cutting and running now in this way? You had no plan going in, you got no plan going out. Like, what have you been doing? And there, when you're going back and forth between the light and the dark inside yourself, if you have no plan to get in there, and you have no plan to get out of there, you're gonna just be stuck. Which part do you feed more? Do you feed the light more? Do you feed the dark more? Are you feeding the light in public and feeding the dark in private? You know what I'm saying? It's one of those things where you're gonna have to make a choice. And I hope you like Zuko one day and make a good choice. But that's my thoughts. Like, share, subscribe, or die trying. I'm tired. Catch y'all on the next one. Peace.